Malcolm X was the iconic leader of African American Muslims and a civil rights activist who was assassinated 58 years ago. Now his daughter says she intends to sue the FBI, the CIA, New York City Police, and others for his death.
For years, our family has fought for the truth to come to light concerning his murder, and we'd like our father to receive the justice that he deserves. The truth about the circumstances leading to the death of our father is important not only to his family, but to many followers, many admirers, many who look to him for guidance, for love. And it is our hope that litigation of this case will finally provide some unanswered questions. We want justice served for our father. Thank you.
Shabazz accused various federal and New York government agencies of fraudulently concealing evidence. She claimed the evidence shows the agencies conspired to assassinate Malcolm X. Shabazz says that she seeks $100 million in damages. Malcolm X was killed on stage while preparing to deliver a speech. Soon after, some of his associates said that they believed various government agencies were aware of the assassination plot and let it happen. In 2021, a New York State judge threw out the convictions of two men who mistakenly spent decades in prison for the murder. The judge said there had been a miscarriage of justice. Graylin Hagler, senior pastor and social activist, joins us from Washington, D.C. Graylin Hagler, welcome to the program. Taking a look at this, of course, it's better late than never. Tell us what you think about this quest by Malcolm X's daughter in terms of the government agencies from the U.S. that she's planning to sue. And, of course, the big question here is what your thoughts are on Malcolm X and, of course, his death.
I think it's important, and I'm glad that it's happening, because there was a whole era in which many agencies in the U.S. government were involved in destabilizing and prosecuting and persecuting the civil rights movement and the movement for racial justice in the United States. And so Malcolm X was a victim of that. Martin King was a victim of that. You can go down, those were high visible victims of that. Fred Hampton in Chicago was a victim of that. So clearly there needs to be some kind of justice that is gained out of all of these illegal acts that took place in the past.
Given the fact that this is coming at this time, which I don't know if you agree or not, but it is a very unique time, to say the least, in the States when it comes to social divisions overall, and then when it comes to the way that African Americans are dealt with in a, I guess, generally speaking, in scenarios that perhaps most we're seeing when it comes to police brutality, which has led to many, obviously, to conclude the divisions that exist in the U.S. Are we looking at the timing of this to be somewhat related to this, maybe, given the fact that the social tensions are somewhat high in the U.S.?
Well, the black community was always aware of the disparate treatment from law enforcement, and particularly folks with high visibility like King, like Malcolm X, like Fred Hampton, like Angela Davis, were folks who were always under the microscope of law enforcement that was trying to really stop them, silence them, and put them away out of fear that they might inspire, which they did, the masses of people in the community. And so again, we continue to push the issues forward around social justice and around holding government and law enforcement officials accountable.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Graylin Hagler. It's a pleasure. Senior pastor and social activist there. Thank you.